Alrighty, so I'm making a new video for you guys. It's not going to be for all of my students. This one's going to be a lot more tailored towards a couple of you guys interested in the more audio production, remixing, recording side of things. So this is a program that I use. Funny thing, Shredshawn uses the same program, and it's called Reaper. And I'm going to be making a few videos that kind of go through getting the program, getting some stuff to work with, and beginning to understand how to navigate it, make remixes, record your own songs, things like that. So to start off, my first video just has to be dedicated to downloading everything that needs to be downloaded for it, because there's quite a lot of things that come into it, because Reaper is just a program. It doesn't have a huge amount of resources for us to work with music. So we're going to go ahead and journey over to the internet. I've gone ahead and looked up all the websites for you guys ahead of time. So here's the Reaper download site. Obviously, download the correct version for your computer. If you're not sure what your computer is, please do a Google search and find out if you have a 32-bit system or 64-bit system, and then download the appropriate thing. The cool thing about this is you can evaluate this for free. It says for 60 days, but as far as I know, you can actually you can use it for free forever. I did pay for my version because I liked this program so much that I wanted to support it. So after you download that'll take a minute. We're going to go ahead and come over to here, hiphopmakers.com, free 808 drum kit, 227 drum samples. And this is for anyone wanting to do kind of more of like a remixy or make your own beats kind of thing. This is what a lot of, just like it says, hip hop and rap people use in their recordings. And if you want to sound this similar to what's out there currently, then you need these sounds. So you can go ahead and download those as well. These are free. Next over here is a free piano that I really like the sound of it. I've been lucky enough, which we'll talk about later, from Focusrite to have an even better piano. However, the Neo piano right here you can download, and I think it's pretty good, especially for being free. Next, these guys, this is basically a bunch of equalizers, and there's like compressors and things that like increase the quality of the sound of your whole mix. And I don't use all of these, but I do use a few, and they are free, so why not download them. Next, this is a limiter, and limiters are actually probably the single most used thing in audio production, at least for myself. Every single thing that's recorded first must go through a limiter before it can even go through anything else. So limiters are very important to get. So this one's a free one for you guys. I use a nicer version that is paid, but I went ahead and found you guys a free one that should work a-okay. Next, this equalizer is free, and it is amazing. I really like this equalizer. You can be very, very particular in how you equalize things, and even though it's free, it's definitely good. So definitely get this equalizer. Next, we have themes. I'm just going to talk about this real quick. So Reaper, when you download it, it will not look like my Reaper. It will look different, and the reason why it looks different is because my version of Reaper, the theme is not the original. The theme that I use is something that somebody else made, and I like the way it looks because it's darker. It doesn't hurt my eyes. I can look at it for long periods of time, and on top of that, it's a little more ergonomic for me. Next, we have a Baxter EQ. You can get this if you want. It is free. I have yet to actually use this equalizer. I don't like the fact that it has no visual kind of cue. So you can download this if you want, just because it's free. However, me personally in the videos will be using the M equalizer instead. Next, I figured I'd let you guys know. So if you're doing like remixes and stuff like that, you don't need an interface because everything is within the computer. It's on the computer. But let's say you want to start recording yourself. You want to start recording drums, guitars, things like that. You're going to need some kind of interface. Obviously, this little Scarlett 2i2, there's only 2 inputs, so that means I can only record 2 things at once. So recording a full drum set isn't going to be too great out of this. I might want something more like 8, which you can buy, but those are going to be a lot more expensive. But this gets the job done as far as like guitar and vocals very well. And we'll talk about the effects in just a minute. And then this is the microphone I use. Probably don't need this. This is kind of an expensive microphone, but I figured I'd just share that this is the product that I have, that I record with, and I like the way it sounds. And so if you did want to record your vocals, you'd probably want to start considering saving up, for the Focusrite interface and this microphone. Otherwise, you don't need to spend very much money at all. And in fact, you can kind of start off free with everything that I've given you. You can start working in Reaper for free. Last thing that I didn't get and I want to get, and I don't know why I forgot, is I need to go. T-Force Alpha. I forgot to get you guys T-Force Alpha. Please download T-Force Alpha. This has like a very dead mouse type of sound to it, and once again, fun thing to use that in my videos in the future I'll be using. And this doesn't have to be the only thing that you use in Reaper, obviously. I'm just going to simply use this as an example in the future. So go ahead and download this as well. So after you download your all of your plugins, they're first going to go in your download folder, and where you want to put them is in your program files. If you have the Route 86, go ahead and go there, and we're going to be putting them right here in this VST plugins folder. And if you scroll down, you can see everything that I have in here, which is quite a lot of stuff. And this is everything that Reaper uses. Once you put this in the VST plugins, now we can go into Reaper and we can start to put some of those effects in Reaper. So what we need to do is we need to go over here to options, down to preferences, okay, and then you're going to scroll down until you find VST. You're going to tell it all the locations of your VST files. You can see that myself, I have quite a few other locations other than the 86. So you'll only have to tell it one location. I've told it multiple locations to look for, and then now you can add them and you can scan them, and when you click scan, it'll go through that folder. It'll find everything that's in that folder that it can use, and then it'll put it over here. So I have a 2-screen setup right now. I'll go ahead and go down to 1 screen for you guys, so that way you can see everything that's happening. And right here, if I click this button, this will take me over to my effects. If I don't have that button, I can also just simply go over here and where would it be? Yeah, and you can FX browser, right? So there it is. So you can go ahead and add in things now into your project and begin working with those. And so I'm going to leave the video there for now. Get you guys your Reaper set up and ready to go. Next time we're going to talk about setting up all of our effects, like basically making the program work better in our computer. So like playback, buffering. We're gonna talk about these paths. All of this stuff, and we're gonna make Reaper run better on your computer, and that'll be the next video.